Hey everybody, welcome to Royer's World. Hey, happy Monday, Auntie Robin. I am gonna drop the link so that you guys can come in with me and we're gonna have a conversation. We gotta talk, okay? I want to talk and we got to talk because I am in my feelings, people. And when I'm in my feelings, I can't even go into Royer's corner. I have to break it down and to come into Royer's chamber. Okay. We are in Prince Royer's chamber right now. Hey, Auntie Diva. And we gotta talk, y'all. Okay. So I'm not gonna hold us up because I want to be on here for like 30 minutes because I have another live that I need to be on tonight. Actually, since she's here, we are going to be on Chronicles of the Gray Haired Divas live tonight at 8 p.m., I hope, for our review of Housewives of Potomac. So if you can, come and join us, and we would love to have you. So Auntie Diva, just let us know let me know to make sure that's still at 8 p.m. so I can bring the people over, even though it's just the two of us. But if they watch the replay, they can catch us. Okay, perfect. Yes, 8 p.m. Hi, Auntie Robin.
Good evening, Royer. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Fabulous. I'm good. Tired,
Good.
but fine.
I feel you. Yes. Okay, we are going live at 8 p.m. over in Diva's channel, Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. Hey, Shan. So make sure y'all come and join us over there. That's her channel right there. But like I said, I want to be on here 30 minutes, so I'm going to get us through this real quick. I have a problem. I am in my feelings and I got to talk about it. And so I tried to do this in Royer's Corner a little earlier today, but this was just so much that I had to take this into Royer's chambers. We had to go a little bit deeper. We are going to go into Prince Royer's chambers real quick. So, in my chambers today on the topic, I am talking about close the school. Okay. Now, this is just my topic. That's not how I want to happen, but close the school is going to be the title of my topic today. Okay. Hey, Curves. Hey, Shan. Okay. So, if you guys did not hear about it, this past Friday, in Virginia, a 6-year-old student whose identity will not be released due to his age, which I feel is appropriate, allegedly shot his 30-year-old teacher and seriously injured her. Now, this apparently happened last Friday. The student and the teacher were in the room together alone, just the two of them, and apparently an altercation broke out between the student and the teacher, according to the article that I read on CNN. And when the altercation broke out, from there on, from what was reported, the student allegedly shot the teacher, and yes, it escalated from there. The child was arrested and put in police custody on Friday. We have heard today, or I read today on CNN, that the teachers, um, hello, hey, yes, this is devastating, horrible. My 4-year-old younger brother lives in that state, and I'm worried for them. We are praying for them. We are praying, praying, praying. I do know that that school is closed for the rest of this week. So hopefully that will give the teachers and the students time to just heal from this, to regroup, to regather. It's sad that they have to go through this and that they're dealing with this. So, enjoy work. We see you next time. Yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So, hey Shan, how you doing?
Hey, I'm so honored to be on your second live.
Oh,
How are you?
I'm doing
Hey,
good. I'm doing
Robin. Hey,
good.
Hey,
Diva. Hey,
Sharon.
Curves. I just got in my
Yes,
car. So, what happened? I'm sorry. I was in the elevator, so I didn't even hear you.
you're good. So we're talking about right now, um, sorry, we're talking about the 6-year-old child that shot his teacher this past Friday. And so I was saying that the teacher's conditions are serious, but she is progressing day by day according to reports that we got today. And then also Friday evening, the superintendent of the school did do a press conference. And in his press conference, and I'm just going to give a brief of what they said, he said that he was in awe, he was in shock, and he was disheartened by what took place on Friday. And so, as I said, the school is closed the rest of this week so that the teachers and the students can regather themselves, get themselves just. Hopefully, we can get some counseling going this week with the students, each student and each teacher, so that they can really deal with the emotions that have come due to this horrible, horrific incident that has happened. And so I had some questions that I wanted to ask all of us together, because the only way that we can make a change in our society, in our community, and in our country is for us to be the change, for us to get together, have these conversations, and see what we can do to make change. And so I based my questions off of who, what, when, where, and why. Who who are the students' parents? Why was this student allowed to be in a room with a teacher by themselves? Why did this child have a gun? Um, how can we make the changes in order for us to get past this? Where did this child get the gun from? I mean, I'm going to go down this whole runway. So I'm going to start with you real quick, Shan. Um, what do you think? Do you think that it was okay for this child and the student to be in a room by themselves, a 6-year-old and a 30-year-old to be a male and a female to be in a classroom alone by themselves?
Absolutely not. And I would look at the household this child was raised in as well. Like, what is going on? Like, I know we're quick to say the parents, but the problem is social media are raising these kids. Cardi B raising these kids, social
Mm.
media, Instagram. Like, why does a 6-year-old have a gun? What?
And
Like,
I
I didn't
think,
even hear this story.
yeah,
That
this,
is
oh girl, this has been
horrible.
all over the news. This has been everywhere. This
I've been
happened
sleeping
last
all day.
Friday. This happened last Friday in
Oh my
Virginia. In
gosh.
Virginia.
I'm
Robin,
so worried about the kids, like, and it's just like you shouldn't be afraid of a 6-year-old. And why are you alone with a 6-year-old? I have so many questions, but I'm looking at the parents who's raising these kids. Like, how does the kid know how to use a gun? How does the kid even know about a gun? Like, we need to do better, and they definitely need some debriefment. When somebody passed away, we have a debrief, so we can talk about our feelings, see how we're gonna move forward and everything. But
mhm.
that is horrific.
This is horrible. It is very.
And that's like, I think the kid was raised seeing the parents like that, allegedly. I mean, I don't know, but it's just
Mhm.
like, what? That is horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible. And I'm so worried about the future. Like, I have a 19-year-old sister, and I'm so glad, like, our mom is
Oh,
Jamaican. Like, real old school Jamaican. Like, there's just
she
certain
ain't
things
playing.
you
She pulling
just.
the whip.
Right.
Pow.
Exactly.
Wow. Robin, what's your feelings? Where are you at with this?
I'm all a lot of places, but I have to tell you that I don't. The only things I heard about I heard two different things about this incident. The first was only that a 6-year-old shot his teacher. The second thing I heard today was that the teacher was shot while she was trying to disarm the child, and she had
Mm-hmm.
already escorted the other children out of the room. And
Mm-hmm.
because of the child's age, we're not getting a lot of information. But with
Right.
that said, what is I think is important to note and to concentrate on is our gun culture.
Come
It is
on.
also gun safety, and I'm gonna throw this in the mix. Video games,
Mm.
Yes.
and
Mm.
and I say all those things because the number three thing we don't know about, but we do know that we have, in my opinion, a very unhealthy gun culture in this country. We have
The
people who
music.
have amassed weapons, a lot of them for no reason. Just like that Kyle Rittenhouse. What do human beings need with an AR-15? I know that the kid had a small weapon, but let's talk about safety. Just securing the instrument. There's an issue. Either it was not secured, and that's where yes, we 100% turn to the parents, or the kid was crafty enough to know how to access the firearm. That's a problem. We
Mm-hmm.
also know that we don't know if the child was having rage or anger issues, if the
Mm-hmm.
child was victimized by other students, as in he may have been bullied, or if he just did not know how to handle his emotions, that maybe not being able to express some malcontent between the student and the teacher. Either way, and then the third thing I said had to do with just video games, because I not enough there's not enough is if it's that they're video games that we have, and they put life itself in a different perspective that's not real, because you can always shoot down the men and then you could start the game over and the people will be alive.
Exactly.
So do they
Mm-hmm.
not have a concept of it, or do they not have value for life? Those
Mm.
questions I have.
Those are good questions.
Can I
So
also say something? I'm sorry, right here,
yeah, go ahead.
before you move on, or, but I'm also thinking like Robin said, the like victim, like what triggered a kid to to do that? I'm wondering in the back of my head too. I'm like, did the kid feel safe with this teacher? I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know the whole
Hmm.
story, but there's so many questions that need to be answered, like Robin was saying. And the music too, it's very violent, very pow pow pow. Hey Nadi.
I agree. Yes. So let me ask us this. Who do we think is responsible? Is the child responsible? Is the parent responsible? Who do we think is responsible for this incident getting
That
this?
the answer there is in fact the custodial person or parent, whoever is in charge of the minor child, is responsible. Period. Point blank. Nothing. No other questions to be asked or answered. Or
I
and or whoever the thing belongs to,
yes, yes.
because it could not be. We still don't know the origin. We don't know where this came from, and we don't know why brought it. When I was in camp, day camp, I don't even really remember it, but had my brother brought a slicer to day camp,
Mm,
because he said there's some boys that were picking on me, and he wasn't going to let that happen. I had no idea. I didn't know until he got kicked out of camp because of it. So we
wow.
just don't know. And I think it's just so important. We can answer the questions when we have more information, but just if we speak in general, I like to just really knock down and address culture of the weapon, as well as accessibility.
Mm. And the reason I asked that is because it really shocked me that they arrested and put this 6-year-old in handcuffs and in police custody. I it just it was like a wow for me, like, because I'm just like, at 6, do we really have the mental capacity to really understand the decisions that we are making, in
You know,
my opinion?
the next question is not just about the age of the child, but it also is the ethnicity of the child. And that
Yes,
we don't know either.
that part. And I
Mhm.
was like, I was really looking hard today. Hey, Manuel, I was really looking hard today to see if I could get any kind of detail on what ethnicity this child was, because it's just eh, it's very mysterious. I'll use that word. It's very mysterious to me how
You're going to
this
be nice. I'm gonna say
six,
it's more typical that a person of color, especially a young black boy, will be handcuffed. But it happens to girls
Yes.
too.
yeah.
Our kids are assaulted even in safe spaces. I won't give you a different example, but that is also something. The school to prison pipeline does not have an age limit, as in for where it begins.
Well, see, and I don't even look at it from that standpoint. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, how do you get into an altercation with a 6-year-old as a 30-year-old woman?
Right.
Or was it is it reported as an altercation
That is what
or
I read.
reaction?
That is what I
Okay.
heard. I read that it was. I wrote it down. It was they got into an altercation,
Mhm.
and that the next thing that they know is that this teacher was allegedly shot, and they used the word specifically, allegedly shot by
Mhm.
the student.
So that means that something happened at least at minimum the day before, because the
Mm-hmm.
kid had to have a chance to meditate on the situation.
And they said that this was premeditated. That is
It
what they
had to be,
officers
of
say.
A
course.
6-year-old
Yeah,
I,
you
I
picked on me or you said something to me I didn't like, and I'm gonna get you tomorrow. That's the little kid.
And we have to think about it. These 6-year-olds today, they are a
they're
total look.
different. It's
Six
true.
is the new 26 today,
It's true.
literally, like for real.
You know, ever since all these school shootings and things, I'm wondering why there's money for everything else, but there's no money to have metal detectors in every school. Like higher security, higher safety measures. Like, you know, I know
But
that's a different topic, but
no, and that coincides with what's going on because I thought about that too. But then I thought as well, see, I did not grow up in a culture of having to worry about guns being in the school and or
same.
excuse, I hate to keep saying that word, but to have that in the school and to have to walk through metal detectors and to be certain who wants to come to school like that. And that's why I said my title was close the schools, because at this point you might as well close them. Who wants to come to school to have to be patted down, to be walking through metal detectors like I'm going to the airport? Like at this point we taking a trip to go to school, like we what, like
In New
we're
York City
it's
public
crazy.
schools, in New York City public schools, we have school safety, which is now run by, I can't stand it, the New York Police Department. And
Mm,
in some past iterations of my business, I have had to go into the schools, and there were two high schools in the Bronx that hadn't had the metal detectors,
mm-hmm,
and one that I went to,
Columbus High School.
nope, mm-mm.
They
it
had
was
detectors.
it was they. I'm saying what did not. The two that did not. It was DeWitt Clinton, and oh my gosh, Alfred E. Smith.
mm,
And when I went into Alfred E. Smith, I mean, like one day I went there and it was, regular. And then another time I went there and they had the metal detectors. I honestly cried right there on the spot
mm.
because it was a whole change for me. It was like it was all over, and it's worrisome. It is and and it's also bothersome that we feel, or the powers that be felt the need to have police in the schools.
Yes, because I do know that here in North Carolina that a lot of our schools, what they call it now, resource officers. And they are actual police officers. They're from the
Hmm.
Mecklenburg Police County, but they call them resource officers.
Hmm.
I had to walk through metal detectors my entire high school through
Hmm.
2014 and 2017, and I just cannot imagine walking every day through my building where I'm supposed to learn, having to go through security check like I'm a criminal. I don't understand that. It's just
Right.
mind blowing. It's
But
mind blowing.
something different needs to happen.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Something different needs to happen because it's just not gonna get any better. Like I
And
don't know what the solution is, but I pray for my future kids in the future. It's just like what in the world is going on? You
so
know?
since you said that, Shan, let me ask you this. Um, how can we change? How do you guys think? Because, like I said, we can't change unless we are the change that we want to happen. And in order to make change, we have to first create that voice and push the work that is actually worth doing to make the change happen, if that makes sense. I know that was kind of wordy, but what do you guys think? How can we change so that this does not continue to happen going towards the future? What, in your opinion, can we change to not see this continue? And feel free to answer this in the chat as well.
We need like I said, more security in the school. We need more family time, more teaching to these kids at home. We need to go back to the old sayings as treat others how you would like to be treated. We need to
Mhm.
limit social media. I mean, I'm not a parent, but there's so much work that needs to be done, you know? Um we need more consequences. We need more in the schools. We need you know what? There should be a class on like human mannerism. Like in the
Mm.
school, we need more financial classes, which is different, but we need more like human interaction classes where people know how to treat people, communicate, etiquette, things like that. We need a class because this math, science, whatever. It's like we need more human relation classes if that's a thing. How am I going to treat my neighbor? How can I deal with conflict in a way that's not violent? We need those classes.
Now,
We
Cher,
all,
I can kind of agree with you right there. Now, I really do think that we need some because, in my opinion, as my generation and kind of a little bit of the generation before me, I feel that they kind of missed out on key values in life that are important, in my opinion. And we have to also realize that everybody does not have value, or everybody's value of life is not the same as ours. Everybody does not think and see and react the way we do. And I think if we can really, like you said, Shan, learn how to step back, get away from this TV, get away from this music, get away from these bad influences, that may be able to help change. But Robin, Auntie Robin, go ahead and give your opinion as well.
I think there are a few things. The first of them is children today. I mean, I'm the old one here. I'm the old semi-wise one.
Yeah,
So
you're the wise.
So what we see now is, I mean, I go outside, I don't even see kids playing together. So just initially, they don't people just don't even know how to interact. They don't have interaction with people outside of their families. Yes, sir.
I will say now, I do see that in my neighborhood that kids
Okay.
do be in our neighborhood playing. But then I have to remember, y'all, I live in a very suburban area. And
Hmm.
so it's not like inner city. I think there's a really big difference between
Huge.
suburban and inner city life and suburban kids and inner city kids. So that is a really good point. I just wanted to point that out, but that is a
Thank
really
you.
good point. You don't see the kids outside anymore.
So they don't interact.
Kids.
So they don't know how to get along, and then they don't know how to. They don't understand conflict resolution. Should that be a matter, of course. When we talk about the school systems, I can't speak for any place but New York City, but it has become so laden with everything that's not the three R's that there's no time left. There used to be time when you could have a little birthday party or something. Now they just want to prepare the kids for that next test.
Mm,
And the teachers can't just be teachers. That includes social interaction and etiquette and those kinds of things, because they have to be court mandated reporters. They have to be psychologists, psychiatrists. They have to be mediators. They have to be all of these other things that are outside of the um, original iteration of what it meant to be a teacher. And I
yeah.
think those are some of the problems. And again, and the other thing is what's happening at home.
Mm,
And and
I left up what Sense said. It starts at home. I love you said that, Auntie Robin. I love you said that.
and also when we talk about things, what's going on in schools, there is the parent involvement is so critical and crucial to making sure that the school environment has a reflection on the parents' values and family values and community values. And they may not all have them the same when they come in, but when you sit down together, you can get on, as you would say, one accord.
Thank
That
you.
that also helps to build community that is less confrontational and combative, I believe.
I agree with that. Jen said also teachers are not trained teachers. They are people who need jobs. And that is a lot of what's going on now, even not outside of the teaching field. A lot of these people who are working jobs now, they just working it because they need somewhere to work. They're not passionate about what they're doing at all. But also, Auntie Robin, I kind of like what you touched on a little bit earlier is our Pow Pow control laws. We have to change those laws. If we're going to see anything change, that's the main thing that has to change first. But before I let you jump into that, Nadi, welcome into the room, my love. How you doing?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend.
We did. Listen, what is your opinion on this? Talk with me.
Oh, I have a 17-year-old. She has one more year of school and I can't wait for it to be over.
Congratulations.
No, because I have an older daughter too. She's
Hmm.
27. They went to the same exact schools. Experiences completely different.
Different.
And
Yes.
I just watched the school system get so, like, the kids run the school now. And all they just do is like suspend, suspend, suspend. But Jada Smith said it best. He was on a radio station. I think it was Big Boy. And he said the schools are designed and set up like prisons. And if you think about it, it's a lot of similarities, especially nowadays. But
Mhm.
I agree with you, Roya. We definitely need to change the Pow laws for sure. Like, people really need to start lobbying for those laws to change, because it's getting more and more dangerous. Now they can make Pows with a 3D printer.
Mm-hmm.
I know in Philly, I have a lot of family in Philly. It is out of control out there with the little plastic powers. You know what I mean? But I also feel like social media has took over the way our young people communicate. They don't talk anymore.
And drill rapping.
They just text. We came from a generation where we actually communicated. I used to have a pen pal in Africa. I used to
Mhm.
write letters to
That's
my pen.
so dope. But you know what, Nadi? Let me say this. I think I have y'all. Now, y'all know, if you don't know, I got an old soul. Like, I'm real old. I'm
Mhm.
young in age, but I got an old soul. Y'all, I am not a texter. I love to pick up the phone and talk to people. Like, I think I kind of get on my friends' nerves sometimes, like, because I'm their age in number, but not their age or spirit. So I call them early in the morning too. I get up at like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
I'm a
Mhm.
caller too and a FaceTimer. I like
I,
I don't.
FaceTime over text. Yep.
I
But
just
see,
like
I'm a
texting a
caller
lot.
that
too, though, Roya.
interaction, like I told y'all, I love, and I love that personal interaction. And yes, Nadi, we got to get away from this social media being so indulged. We got to get away from, I believe Auntie Robin said it, these video games where you thinking that you can just do something and people come back. People don't come back. This ain't no game. This ain't no joke. This no. Once you out of here. You can't retry this again. And I think we really need to get that understanding into this generation, my generation's head, and this next generation coming forth. I think that they have just, even with our formal presidential administration, they have set such a horrible example for our future to look up to. And now it's like we have to really revert back to before that to have something good to look at. I mean, it's just horrible. It's hard.
You
We
know,
just live
Nadi
in a
said something
culture
real.
where bad behavior is rewarded, and it's
Mhm,
Mhm.
rewarded publicly and all
mhm.
over social media. So that's why the younger generation, they don't see nothing wrong with how they're disrespectful. I just really feel like this younger generation, they're very entitled, and they do not have respect for legacy at all. And I think it's because, like, they're getting things so fast now. Like, these kids are coming out of college and making it big on social media or high school, and they don't feel like they have to go to college or anything. They're
They
getting
don't.
everything so fast now.
Well,
Yeah.
I
They've
was
even
going.
they've
Expectation.
lost even like work ethic. Like, they don't know what it means to really like put in the work and work hard for something and grind so that you can appreciate, the fruits of your labor going on. But I just think this generation is very entitled and selfish.
Can I just go back to something Nadi said earlier about the Pow Pow laws?
Yes.
The lobby, the Pow Pow lobby, the NRA is so powerful that I'm
Hmm.
going to submit to you that the only way for that to really change, and I'm going to be as radical as I've ever been with you guys, is for people who look like us to get us our own hardware. If we register, purchase them, they will get very afraid. That's exactly what happened with the Black Panthers. When they armed themselves, they were like, "Hey, we got to change this. We can't let these black people have guns. I mean, things." So
Yes.
Oh, I'm working on
Nadi,
mine.
what did I miss Saturday?
Oh, Perry's channel on Saturday, it is lit up, and I had to miss it this week because I have,
Okay.
we
I'm
talked
still
about it.
working my way through all the YouTubers out here. So I'm slowly, like,
Oh no,
finding our way
Perry,
over
if you
new
want to have a
beaches.
good time, let your hair down, just laugh. You gotta have a thick skin though, you know what I mean? Because they
Yeah,
really go
yeah,
in.
yeah.
But we just have like a good time. But I miss y'all too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I somehow saw something on Instagram on Saturday.
About
On
it.
I'm talking to Nadi, you know.
Oh,
yeah. I went out.
Mm,
Hmm
yeah,
I was having fun.
okay.
and
Let
good
my
for
hair
you.
down.
Awesome. All
I
right.
love that. Yeah, be outside.
You guys, you realize I'm always in the house, so I just needed some air, you know.
So before I wrap this up, because we are at 30 minutes and I don't want to be on here that much longer, let me ask everyone this. And I'll start at the bottom with Shan. When do you think, at what point do you think we're going to realize that something has to change? What do you think that it's going to take for us to realize as a society that a change has to be made?
When there's no more doctors, nurses, lawyers, because everybody now they just want to be a Kardashian. Like, you know what I mean? Like kids, they like Nadi was saying, they don't look up to anything. They just everybody want to be the next rapper. There's no work ethic. I when America lacks, doctors and lawyers and nurses, because nobody want to do that anymore. You know what I mean? Everybody want to be a TikToker. So when it's too late, and there's nothing wrong with being a TikToker shit. I would love to be, home chilling on TikTok. But
Let me
when
tell
we
y'all.
are when we're gonna be forever last in education, like we're already last as Americans, like in America. So yeah,
Oh my
when
gosh,
it's
Shan, since you said the TikToker, let me tell y'all something. So everybody has been trying to convince me to get a TikTok in order to grow my channel. And I was telling my coworker today, I was like, I don't want to be bopping around here like these little beady boppers, TikToking and all of this stuff. That ain't what I do. I don't want to do that.
But Royer, it's so many levels to it. No, it's so many. I have a TikTok page.
And I think
It's
that's
so
my
many levels to it. But
problem.
you know
I'm
how you
simple. I'm
no,
simple.
but you know how you do your inspirationals just like you do on your shorts?
Mm-hmm.
You could do that just on TikTok. People do that all the time and you get tons of followers. I'm telling you, your
yeah, there's
TikTok
a
is
lot of
what you want to
motivational.
make it. It's
Yeah,
not all
it's like
about dancing and
shorts.
bopping. Like
Yeah,
people
it's
do
true.
skits from like classics like Martin and stuff like the classic lines. There's all sorts of things you could do on TikTok, but like your inspirational shorts, that's one of them. And then you do that one inspirational short, and you could post to TikTok, you could post to YouTube, you know what I mean? You could take
Yeah.
that one short
Okay.
and transition it over. Like it's different sectors in TikTok, just like in YouTube.
Okay, now we're gonna have to talk about this offline because I don't want to. But okay, Auntie Robin, what do you think is going to take for us to realize enough is enough? What is it going to take?
Um, I think that there are different we's in the world. I belong to a section of a cohort of we's that do think that enough is enough. I belong to a cohort of we's that have been working towards eliminating the issues. I belong to a cohort of we's that goes into the community and does public service on a more local level. What it would take is, frankly, wields power and holds power to wholly make change. And that's an issue we have because I don't think that, especially what really needs to happen a lot of it legislatively to give our grassroots work more heft. But I really just don't believe that our electoral system is equal. We don't really have one person, one vote. And I say that more specifically speaking to the presidency. So unless and until the people in power, especially in our legislatures, look like Hakeem Jeffries, and I don't mean just in his hue, but I mean in his thought process and his commitment to community. That's what it's going to take to change. It takes a whole lot of different groups of we that can at some point just converge, and that is what makes the change.
Hmm. Naughty, what do you think our change is gonna what's our breaking point?
So I feel like number one, we have to embrace our youth and start talking to them again,
Hmm.
and guiding them. and praying over them, number one.
Mm.
And number two, I think we have to stop competing to close that divide. Like the competition has to stop, and we have to. That's how you work together, And I think we really lost that. It's just a very materialistic world now. Very, how do you call it? It's idolistic.
Kardashians.
Idolatry. It's a lot of idolatry.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm saying it wrong.
Idolatry. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Idolatry.
And people are serving the wrong things
Mm.
in society now. Like they're worshiping material things and celebrity above the rest. There's natural human contact, having real family
That
ties,
part.
having
That
real
part.
community. So I really believe like we have to stop competing as a whole in order to even begin to make progress to close the divide.
I love it. Well, I am gonna say I really think I don't feel like there is a breaking point, unfortunately. I feel that our society as it is okay with what's going on. And I feel that it is our responsibility in this community and in the other communities that want to see change. It is our responsibility to make change. And I feel that the only way that that change can start, and this is just my opinion, so I feel the only way that that change will begin to start is if we get back to what I was talking about this weekend, loving. We have to learn to love no matter our skin, no matter who we are, no matter what we think, what we feel, how we thought, none of that matters. If we can't love, none of this is ever going to work out. We could kiss it all goodbye. So I feel like really love is what we have to get to first. Secondly, being accountable for ourselves. We really have to start holding ourselves accountable for the decisions and the things that we have made present, past, and towards the future. Because there, I feel that we can make present decisions for our future that can make future consequences. And so we really have to start learning to accept responsibility for the present decisions that we make and our past decisions so that we can learn that in the future we can make better decisions. Okay. And then lastly, I really think, as Auntie Robin said, we coming together on one accord and really buckling down and seeing what needs to be changed and then actually making that change. In my opinion, those are going to be the keys to really wake up and move past the breaking point, because at this point we broke. It's already broke. So
Can I
yeah.
interrupt for a second?
You can give an
I'm gonna
opinion. Yes, you can. Don't say
I'm gonna
interrupt.
drop down because I just got to work. Thank you so much for having me, and y'all have a great night.
You
Have a good
too,
night
Shan.
at work, Shan.
We'll
Thank
see
you so
you.
much.
Yes, but those are my opinions, you guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Does anybody have anything else loving, positive, and maybe a little messy to say?
I'm afraid for higher education. I mean, these kids are figuring out how to get rich fast without going to college now. Like, is the future of higher education at risk? I mean, it's just food for thought.
Hmm, that is a conversation for sure.
That is a conversation because I'm gonna tell you this: I don't believe that college is necessary. I don't think that
I believe
college
that same thing, Robin.
I don't believe it's for everybody. I have said this earlier in the same group of people that one of the most incomplete sentences I've ever heard is a parent say, I want my child to graduate from high school and go to college. Because what does that mean? What is someone going to college for? And
Okay.
at this point, it's not always a good, it's almost never a good return on investment monetarily because
Mm-hmm.
college has become so outrageously priced. So that's a whole nother conversation. I personally was hoping that the institution as it exists would have collapsed by now because there
Mm,
needs to be a reset. And just for financial purposes only, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and that's sound it might sound a bit radical, but I'm very comfortable saying it out loud.
No,
Yeah,
no, I agree with you,
real
Robin. I
conversation.
don't believe college is for everyone. I mean, me having an older daughter, how we did, she went to like the local community college and we paid out our pocket. We like divvied it up as a family just to see if she liked it. And turned out she didn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just glad I didn't waste or get her into debt and wasting
Mhm.
thousands and thousands of dollars. I believe in going to college if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer. You know what I mean? Something like a major career like that.
Well,
But
and don't discount the life experience that comes with college,
exactly.
because, like I said, you in the old days, women like in the 1800s, early 1900s, most women, white women, went to college not to set a foundation for employment, but it was to find a husband.
Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
why they went.
Mm-hmm. And
So
some people can't handle that experience. It's not for everyone, you know.
No,
it's
But you
learning
you
how to.
have to be comfortable with who you are.
It is.
exactly.
It's important to learn how to live in and develop your own community. It's about being grown. It's about and being responsible for yourself. So that's my take on college.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who, if I had the chance, I would live the 4 years I went to college over in a loop. That's how good my I would do it.
I love it. I
Yes,
love
but
it,
listen,
Robin.
I am so glad that y'all took the little evening to join me in Prince Royer's chambers.
Always.
I had to come and bring my manila folder and open it up, and because this was too much for me, I said, I can't even do a Royer's corner on this. I'm in my feelings. I feel some type of way. So as more of this story opens up, I will probably do a video on it, and if it's tragic like it has been, I will come back and do a live and have a group conversation. But listen, thank everybody for coming in the room and joining me this evening. Please like this video, comment down below, join in the conversation, and subscribe to my channel. Nadi has a channel, so please go follow Nadi on her channel. Make sure y'all subscribe and like her videos. Girl, I be loving your shorts, Nadi. I be really into them. So
Oh, thank you.
I be liking. I be coming up
I
running.
love yours too, Royer.
Thank you. Auntie Robin, it was so good to see you
Thank you,
tonight. I
Robin.
will see you, hopefully I'll see you two ladies later on at
The
8
train.
p.m. this evening. We will be over at the Chronicles of Gray Haired Divas channel. Auntie Diva, if you want to get to her channel, you can actually go to my community page, look at our flyer that we had up this weekend, and I tagged her in all of our flyers. So go check out her channel, check out Nadi's channel. We love and support around these parts, y'all. We are
Mhm.
also going on a YouTube tour, okay? Royer, or excuse me, Diva and Royer's YouTube tour 2023 with all of our friends and all of our family. So we are going. Naughty is up on the tour. Larger Curves is up on the tour. We got plenty of people up on the tour. So y'all stay tuned, listen out. We got plenty coming to y'all for 2023 because we want to do what? Keep you laughing, keep you loved, and keep you inspired this year and going forward, okay? So
All
join me
right.
over there at 8 o'clock p.m. tonight over at the Chronicles of the Gray Haired Diva, where we will be reviewing Housewives of Potomac. So if you didn't catch it, you need to go watch it. You got a little bit over an hour to watch it. So go ahead and catch that. I'm
Mhm.
going to go watch it again now so that I can have a nice debriefing for this play tonight, okay?
That
All
part.
right.
You guys have a great
Right.
night.
Bye bye.
So, thank you.
Thank you for joining me.
Gotcha.